Oh, hello.
So, where to begin? About a year ago now, I started hearing scratching on the roof of my apartment. Now, there was a tree just outside the window, so I kind of assumed that squirrels or something were just jumping up onto the roof and running around. But after a while, it started sounding louder and far more frequent. So, I brought it up to my landlord. I told him that I was concerned that they might be getting into the crawl space upstairs. And he basically told me that there was no possible way that they could get in. Smash got to about a year later now, and I kept hearing it getting louder and seemingly closer to the door to the crawl space. And then one day when I was outside, I saw one. So, right around here is where the squirrels are getting in. Right up in that little corner where you can't really see. I guess there's some kind of a hole that they're squeezing in and out of. Then, one night, we woke up out of a dead sleep because it sounded like something was in the apartment with us. Having had enough at this point, I finally opened up the crawl space and there were squirrels running around inside. Well, needless to say, the landlord wasn't happy, and he sent someone out to take care of the situation. The guy came out, set some traps, and eventually, over the next few weeks, we got rid of them all. For a while. You see, what happened was the squirrel removal company never sealed the hole, even though they were paid to. The landlord then did contact someone else to do it, but they became delayed due to other circumstances, and it just never happened. So, about a week ago, we started hearing the noises again. So this time the landlord decided that he didn't want to pay someone to remove the squirrels, that we were going to do it ourselves. He gave me a trap, I set it up the way he instructed me to, and about a day later, I caught one. So I did what I was told. I took the squirrel somewhere far away and released it back into the wild. Come to find out that catching and relocating squirrels in the state of Rhode Island is illegal unless you are licensed to do so. Go figure. But the story isn't over yet. After getting rid of the squirrel, I came back and set the trap back up, just in case that there were any more lingering around in there. And guess what I found?
I've been searching, follow every step, every road, every single trace, analyzing, try to figure out those lines up on your face.
So, as it turns out, when you relocate a mother squirrel, she will immediately assume that her babies are dead and then abandon them, which we now feel awful about. So yesterday we actually took two of these little guys to the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center here in Rhode Island, which was about a 20 to 30 minute drive from here, because the alternative was to just let them die, which we couldn't bring ourselves to do. And then the real kicker was that today, just as we were about to leave the house, we started to hear crying from that same crawl space. It turns out there were two more baby squirrels in there that I didn't see the first time. So now we're going to drive another 20 minutes out to the wildlife place to hopefully give these little guys a fighting chance, since, we kind of ruined their lives. So the moral of this story is, don't ever assume that your landlord knows what he's talking about. Always consult an expert. beautiful day in Rhode Island, which means beach traffic.